Hi, so what we're going to do today here is build a hoop house made out of electrical conduit, half-inch electrical conduit. So before you build a hoop house though, you have to be able to bend what is this, the 10-foot, 1/2-inch electrical conduit into this. Now, it's hard to do that without having a specialized tool, and we're going to demonstrate here how we use the hoop bender sold by Johnny Seeds. So basically, we're going to make 4-foot high and wide hoops. And so we purchased this form from Johnny Seeds. This is the one you can buy that will do the hoop house for 4 foot long. And they send you this form, they send you the bolts, but then you have to find something to secure it on. So you usually can secure it to a picnic table, a large work desk, your trailer hitch, the back of a pickup, anything that you can kind of make sure that this is secured down so when you're moving it, it doesn't move while you're bending. So we kind of got a bit of a MacGyver setup here, to be honest with you. We kind of just put it together at the last minute. We had a 3-foot piece of plywood that we figured, well, we could nail it and bolt it to the plywood, but it's only 1/2 inch thick. That's not going to be enough for these 5-inch, 1/4-inch lag bolts to screw into. So we bought some 2x4s, about 3 foot, but it's about 2 inches, and we put 3 of them here and screwed the plywood to the board. That made a much more heavier and sturdier table kind of to work off of. And then what we did is bring out our plastic table, kind of fold table that we get from places like Big Lots. And so we put that on top of here. Now, if you're going to be doing this yourself, then this table, you need to make sure it still doesn't move. So in my MacGyver methods here, I still had some bags of potting soil that I haven't used for some of the other container gardens. So I set that on top of it. So that gives me some more stability. I can almost bend this myself without any sort of help. But if you have a helper to just hold it a little bit more, that would probably be a good idea. Now, in order to bend this 10-foot conduit to the proper shape, what we have to do is measure from 16 inches on either side. That's going to be the straight leg part of the hoop. So we just get our measuring tape out here, and I'm just going to kind of hold it down and then measure 16 inches. Now, it's okay if you're a few centimeters off. It doesn't have to be exact. You just want to get about where that bend is going to be. So there's the 16 inches on this side. Then we'll come over here and we'll do the 16 inches the same way on this side. All right. So here's where the 16-inch mark is on this side. And then finally, we want to measure the 5-foot mark, the halfway point of the electrical conduit. And you have to make sure that your tape doesn't move as you are coming to the 5-foot mark. So here we are again. So I'm going to hold this down and give it the 5-foot mark there, just again as a guide. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, just so you can see it. All right, so we got 2 16 inches and 1 5-foot. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stick in, this is the end of the hoop form that has this band, and it's going to secure down the conduit. So we're going to stick this in, and what we want to do is where that mark is, we want to make sure that it lines up here. So there we go, it's about lined up like that. Now what I'm going to do is make sure that it's going to bend towards the center of the form. So we're going to do this in one motion. Go ahead and hold it there. And in one motion we're going to bend this so that it touches. That's going to be the first of 3 bends. So I'm grabbing it here and I'm bending, I'm bending, I'm bending, and then just going to hold it here with a little help and bend it there. So it's nice and straight. It's going to come back. That's okay. You're just getting that first bend. Okay, so finally what we're going to do is true it up here at the 5-foot mark, that halfway point. And I'm basically going to do this myself. I'm going to grab one side of the pipe, and I'm going to grab the other side of the pipe, and I'm basically giving it the final shape here. I'm just kind of bending it between, making sure that, you know, we haven't, it's right in the middle, and give it that final form. Okay, so now we'll take it out. There. Okay, so now if you look at this here, you can kind of look at it, make sure it's even, it's not, you know, crooked or anything. You can, if you need to adjust it, just kind of get in there and give it another bend. If you need to true it up, you can always put it on its side, put your foot there, and you know, you could give it a little bit more bend or bring it out if it's too far apart. But basically, you can quite easily use this form and pump these out very quickly, and you can make a whole hoop house with them once you get enough, however long you want your hoop house to be. So that's the video here of how to bend the electrical conduit for your hoop house. When we start making the low tunnels and the walk through high tunnels, we can do some more videos to show you how easy that is. So thank you very much.